In 2013, India passed sweeping legislation to prohibit the employment of manual scavengers. The law explicitly banned the hazardous manual cleaning of sewers and septic tanks across the country. Yet, as this timeline shows, between January 2021 and June 2026, the government reported 332 sanitation worker fatalities inside these hazardous spaces. These fatalities persist because municipal operational design is failing to translate legal bans into field-level reality. While the country scales digital payment networks and launches aerospace missions, the ultimate operational fallback for a blocked urban sewer remains a human body. A contract worker is sent down into an undocumented, unlit void. They enter with no precise knowledge of the structural integrity, the depth, or the concentration of lethal gases waiting at the bottom. Relying on human biology to troubleshoot toxic infrastructure is an engineering flaw. Legislation alone cannot fix a broken workflow. Current institutional responses largely prioritize distributing protective equipment and health cards to these workers. But trying to execute a safer manual entry in a completely unmapped and chemically volatile environment is a professional fallacy. You cannot protect a worker from an unmeasured hazard. The required protocol is absolute exclusion, a machine-first mandate where human entry is blocked by default. To execute this, municipalities must deploy a No-Human-Entry Sanitation Operating System, a 7-layer architectural framework governing every underground asset. We have to rebuild the urban sanitation workflow from the ground up, replacing on-the-ground human decisions with deterministic digital hard stops. Most cities operate with severe blind spots. The network of underground sewers, drains, and private septic tanks is largely undocumented, leaving maintenance crews to work entirely on guesswork. Layer 1 of the operating system solves this with a sanitation digital twin, a live, centralized map connecting every hidden asset. From this map, an algorithm assigns a precise sewer risk score to every single manhole. It calculates the proximity to industrial discharge, analyzes past blockages, and reviews historical methane readings. Private property integrates into this same grid through a digital septic tank passport. This confirms the tank meets baseline construction standards, tracks its exact dimensions, and records its desludging schedule. You cannot manage a hazard you haven't mathematically mapped. When a citizen reports a blocked sewer today, the complaint routes to a contractor, who immediately assigns a human worker to open the chamber. Layer 2 intercepts that process. An AI classification system evaluates the complaint and dictates exactly which mechanical tool is required, choosing between a robotic crawler for an inspection or a hydrovac for a severe blockage. The mechanical capacity to execute this already exists. Indian states currently have access to thousands of standard desilting, jetting, and hydrosuction machines. The system automatically locks in the route, directing the appropriate machine to the high-risk node identified on the city's digital twin. This establishes the strict engineering rule of the entire framework. The machine goes in before the human is even permitted on site. Occasionally, a blockage is so severe that mechanical attempts fail. For these rare edge cases, Layer 5 enforces the No-Human-Entry permit lock. This is a strict digital gateway that denies manual access by default. To override the lock, the contractor must complete an audited digital checklist. They must upload time-stamped photo evidence of the failed machine attempt, stream live gas sensor readings, and verify the presence of specialized safety equipment. Without this specific system-generated permit, the contractor is locked out of the municipal database. They cannot close the ticket, and they cannot receive payment. Human entry shifts from a casual daily convenience to a highly audited, financially gated exception. The sanitation sector relies heavily on informal subcontracting. When a fatality occurs, this fragmented chain creates an accountability void, leaving families to fight lengthy legal battles just to prove employment. Layer 6 eliminates this anonymity through the sanitation work ledger. This is an immutable digital record that permanently ties a specific municipal complaint ID to the assigned contractor, the specific worker, and the machine used on site. Every contractor is then tracked via an AI-driven safety credit score, constantly calculating their compliance with machine-first protocols and monitoring their incident history. A low score carries immediate financial consequences, automatically blocking non-compliant contractors from bidding on any future municipal tenders. By digitizing the chain of custody, the system makes it financially disastrous to bypass safety protocols. Even with strict protocols, accidents happen, leading to the most devastating statistical pattern in this industry, the rescue chain. One worker collapses from gas exposure, and multiple untrained peers die attempting to pull them out. To stop this cycle, manual rescue attempts must be prohibited from happening organically. Under the red button rule, the response is entirely mechanical. An automated winch and body harness system engages instantly, retrieving the worker without requiring another human to enter the space. Simultaneously, if a worker's wearable sensor detects a sudden drop in oxygen or a physical collapse, the software overrides the site. It broadcasts a "do not enter" command and instantly dispatches dedicated emergency response units and ambulances. Preventing secondary casualties requires removing human panic from the equation and replacing it with mechanical automation. Eliminating the danger of manual scavenging raises a critical socioeconomic concern. Removing the fiscal hazard cannot mean eliminating the worker's livelihood. Through a worker dignity passport, informal laborers receive formalized training and capital access, transitioning into certified machine operators and independent safety auditors. But the ultimate responsibility extends beyond the municipality. Severe blockages originate upstream, driven by illegal industrial dumping, grease buildup, and solid plastics flushed by citizens and local businesses. To address this, the final layer assigns drain health scores to commercial zones. This allows the city to pinpoint repeat offender businesses that choke the network and penalize them directly. Right now, sanitation workers pay the ultimate physical price for the public's misuse of civic infrastructure. When assembled, this framework creates a closed-loop ecosystem. Artificial intelligence maps the risk. Machines are deployed by default. Contractors are bound by digital ledgers, and workers are protected by automated rescue protocols. None of this requires waiting for futuristic technology. This is an architectural choice, using tools municipalities can procure and integrate today. A city only reaches its modern potential when its design ensures that no human being ever has to enter a sewer to keep it functioning.